What's up, guys? Chef Michael, restraunt.com. Coming up, I get fed up with rude people during COVID. What to do about Governor Newsom's new mask requirement, and why I've started smoking.
This is Restaurant Real.
In the restaurant business, we have this thing we like to call a shit show. Sometimes you will hear it referred to as in the weeds. Well, Mother's Day was a shit show. And what I mean by that is we got our asses handed to us. Trying to do the busiest day of the year in a corona environment was absolutely insane. So what ended up happening is normally, on a busy night, we do 150 covers, maybe 200 covers. On Mother's Day, we'll do like 300 covers or more. And we're a small restaurant, so that's a lot. That's like turning over like 5-6 times. Well, the good news is about that is they're all spread out, especially like on Mother's Day. People want to go out all day long, so you get your brunch, your lunch, your dinner, your late night, and it's reservations all day long. But you know what to expect. You can prepare for it. You prep up for it. You staff up for it. Well, in the corona world, you have no clue. I don't know. Business has been down 80 to 90%. And I don't know if everybody's going to go out for Mother's Day, do to-goes for Mother's Day, or maybe they're just going to stay home and cook a dinner for their mom. I don't know. I got no idea. Because we don't have reservations, because people aren't allowed to dine out yet. So what do? Do you prepare all this food in hopes of doing, 300 heads? Or do you just prep up for a normal Sunday? Honestly, I was just kind of going somewhere in between. It was like, we didn't know. I mean, Friday and Saturday, the day before, sales were still substantially down from where they normally are. Like still down 80%. So I wasn't expecting much for Mother's Day. Well, we got surprised. We got hit. I don't think I've ever seen that many tickets on the board at one time. And I'm not even joking. It had to be close to 100 tickets. Just stacks and stacks and stacks. Like, I'm dealing with these first 20 tickets. I'm not even looking at the rest of the tickets over there because I can't. My host is coming back and she's like, so-and-so Gary wants to know if his food's ready. I'm like, I don't even know who Gary is. I'm not even looking for Gary. I don't got time to look at Gary nor talk to you. My server comes up and it's like, how many lasagnas do we have left? Dude, I am not about to count how many lasagnas are on here. There's 100 tickets. I don't know. I have maybe 86 it, pal. I can't tell you. It was absolutely insane. In the forever amount of time that I've been in the kitchen, this only compares to my very first stint as a sous chef back in the day when my entire crew passed out from carbon monoxide or something. The entire crew passed out on a Friday night, and it was me. And I'd never been a sous chef before. I had only been just recently upgraded to a broiler cook. And now, like, all these tickets are on there. And that was crazy. I made it through, but that was crazy. But this might have been more intense. And here's why. If you don't understand the business, is reservations are put in place so not only does a guest not have to wait a long time, but so the restaurant can prepare for that guest. So Friday night, I got 100, 200 heads reserved, and I know that I've got to prep up for that many people. And I have it paced out. Not everybody's coming at once, right? I got a 5 o'clock reservation, a 5:15, a 5:30, a 6, a 7, and so on and so on. These people are all spread out, right? Well, in Corona world, people order takeout when they're hungry. And guess what? All these motherfuckers got hungry at the same time. So all these orders came in, like all within the same hour. And there was just no stopping it. And to make matters worse, you got these Grubhub, DoorDash companies, these food delivery companies that come by, and these bastards want to deliver as much food as possible. So as soon as they get an order on their screen, they are here to pick it up. Like they're supposed to give you like 30, 40 minutes. It don't matter. They're there in 5 minutes because they want to be the first one to get that money. Because if they don't take that ticket, somebody else will take that ticket. So they snatch it up, and then they're there. And then they're breathing down your neck. Is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? Okay, I'm going to run next door and get another meal for somebody else, and I'll be back. Is it ready? Which of course, now I'm trying to, like, rush their ticket and trying to see who they are. You know, servers are like, okay, I got DoorDash here, picking up for Joe. Is Joe ready? I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. Is Joe having the chicken marsala? Because I don't even see Joe's name. It was freaking insane. It was freaking insane. Did not expect that. I mean, yay. I mean, I'm super glad that people decided to dine with us, to, you know, use us for takeout, and that, you know, people still love us. I'm like super happy. But I mean, honestly, we got our asses kicked. I mean, some of that, I mean, I think we handled it, but I mean, we had to shut down orders. Like, I don't know at what time we shut down orders, but at some point we shut down orders, and then people started getting pissed off because they wanted to order. I got in a fight with this fat guy because he ordered 2 chicken marsalas online. It comes into us, and we canceled it. And we were like, you know, because you have the option of, like, denying it. So we denied the order. And so it goes to him, and it refunds him, and gives him an email. It says, hey, you know, your order is rejected. Here's your money back. Yada, yada, yada. Well, he doesn't check his email. He just heads straight in to come pick up his marsalas. Well, he ordered his freaking food at 5:30 on Mother's Day. You know, even if I wanted to make it, I couldn't make it. It's like, we tried to explain to him, showed him the email, showed him how it was canceled. He blamed it on me. Seems for some reason it's our fault because he didn't, you know, look at his email. He just assumed. You know, I guess I can feel for him in the fact that, like, okay, well, I placed my order, I'm moving on with my life. But you did get another email or two. I don't know. But bottom line is, when I tried to talk to him the next day like a person, he wasn't having it. I broke it down like I'm breaking it down to you. He wasn't having it. He's all pissed off. He's sending me threats. I'm going to tell all my friends, you know, you guys suck. Fuck you guys. And I was like, okay, sir, obviously you don't seem like a reasonable person, so, hey, go eat a bag of dicks. What do you want from me? I tried. I'm not gonna bend over backwards. I do plenty of that for just being a fucking owner. I don't need to bend over backwards because you're wrong. I mean, when someone's wrong, I take pride in letting them know they're wrong. Because I don't get to do that much. I had one other customer come in and piss and moan because we didn't have manicotti. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I ran out of manicotti. He's like, well, I ordered it. And I was like, I know you ordered it, but we ran out. And it's handmade, It's not like I have a freezer full of, store-bought manicotti. We make it by hand. And we ran out. And right now it's like 6 o'clock. I'm still in the middle of this shit. And I get that you're upset. And, I'm happy to do whatever I can. He was reasonable. He was. So we got him something else. And I even threw in a free dessert and an extra appetizer for him. Just to kind of make up for it, if that helped. But overall, yeah. Good news, we were busy. Bad news, it was a shit show.
You see this face? This is because I got my ass kicked over the weekend. And I'm all fucking swollen and tired. And I gotta wake up to 1-star reviews from insensitive pricks that don't give a shit what restaurants are going through right now. Which frankly is a bunch of bullshit. The restaurant industry has been hit harder than any other industry aside from maybe like the cruise lines. We're a small business on top of it. So I would venture to say that maybe we got hit worse. My sales are down 95% at the peak of this pandemic, and I'm struggling to stay afloat. Cut half my employees, and we're doing everything we can to keep the ones we have employed. We slowly start getting back to normal, and the entire time I'm getting 1-star reviews from insensitive pricks like you that don't give a fuck except where's my pepperoni pizza because I am high as fuck and I really want my pepperoni pizza. It's a bunch of bullshit. And, it's really indicative of what America is all about. They're all about themselves. They don't give a shit what they might say in public to people. What they might say, like, to somebody else's face is not what they're thinking. What they're thinking is, where's my fucking pepperoni pizza? I ordered it 3 minutes ago, and it should be guaranteed, and now I want something free. That's what they're thinking. Because they're assholes. Sorry, America. You're a bunch of assholes. I am busting my nuts trying to fucking deal with this bullshit. And you guys, like most of you, I'm sorry, not most of you. Some of you are very wonderful. And you're like, hey, good job. Glad to be back. Glad you're here. Glad you stuck into it. But then there's the 1-star pricks. Like this dude I see this morning. And he's just pissed because he won't even say why. He just give me a 1-star review just to make himself feel good. In the process, he's destroying a small business. I mean, a 1-star review, you know what that does? That takes down my overall average, which basically is taking food out of my children's mouth, But you feel better about yourself, and there's no consequences, right? Because you're behind that little computer screen. Otherwise, I could punch you in the face, Or if nothing else, I could at least talk to you. But I don't get to do that. I get to listen to you fucking slam me, my business, and my revenue stream, whether, or not my kids are getting a good meal, and I just gotta shut up and take it. Yeah, I can reply, but then what is the repercussions of replying? Huh? Then you guys are like, oh, he's asshole. He's an asshole because he replied in a negative way. Well, I tell you what, if you go to fucking work every day and someone's calling you a fucking dick, eventually you're going to call them out and say, shut the fuck up, right? Yeah, that's how this is like here. Except I get these reviews like 50 times a day. And now, right now, they're 1-star reviews from these assholes that are just too high to even walk in the door. They get their delivery, and I'm relying on a delivery company to send my product to you. I make this beautiful dish, I put it in the container, and it's already not as beautiful if I had plated it when you were here. But then I give it to a pothead driver who brings it all the way to you when he wants to. Now that's deciding if maybe he's got 7 other pickups too, because he wants to make as much money as possible. So he might have like 10 different deliveries, and yours is the last, which means it's like 2 hours before you get your food. And then what does it look like? Did it get sloshed around in his car? Just a big pile of crap in a box now, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, these delivery companies, they take 40% profit. There's not that much profit in fucking restaurant business to begin with. So I'm not making any money. I'm just trying to get some customers and maybe pay my employees. But yet I get a 1-star review from Tyler because he's a douche. That's how that works. So good morning. Good morning. This is what I look like.
Hey guys, sorry about the negativity there, but I promise to keep it real. So, that was a couple weeks ago, and we're kind of finding our groove. But this week, we got a sucker punch from Governor Nuisance. So as you've heard, he's issued a mandatory face mask requirement. But what does that mean? It's an interesting statement without any follow-through. No guidelines for restaurants, its employees, or its patrons. Just everybody wears a mask all the time? Do I eat with a mask? What if I work in the kitchen in front of a 900-degree oven with an open flame? Talk about a recipe for hypoxia. Listen, I know some of you will say we should be wearing a mask already. And for the most part, we do. But when you're working a dinner shift on the hotline, it's hot as fuck. And communication is crucial for the perfect timing of every entree. So, no, I'm not wearing a mask, nor will I in the future. My cooks aren't walking to the tables. We wear gloves and sanitize the plates before we serve them. If that's not good enough, I don't know what to say. Honestly, this COVID thing has got everybody cuckoo caca, and I'm doing what I can to keep up. But at some point, enough's enough, and if I got to close the doors for a couple months, I would rather do that than make my cooks and I suffer on the line, possibly have a asthma attack or pass out from lack of oxygen. Seriously.
No way. That's the kind of smoking I'm talking about. Yeah, happy Father's Day to me. I can't wait to get into that. And while I haven't had a lot of experience with smoking meats, I am going to put my own culinary twist on things and rock it. Looking forward to what we can do with this together. See you soon. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if I can get this to upload this time, then I'll see you next week.